So Lyft is testing a feature where platinum drivers can actually skip the line at the airport. So I decided that I wanted to make this video, and I'm gonna do it live with you guys for the very first time. In my most popular video about how I made over $800 in one day, I noted that people wasted their time sitting at the airport. Right now, there's 8 people sitting at the Charleston airport, and that's where I'm gonna go to see if I can skip them. And if this feature works the way I hope it works, it's gonna be a huge change in how I operate. So here's what I've noticed. When the area is really slow and drivers can't get rides, they tend to go and just chill out at the airport. And when I was first learning the ropes, even I did that too. So if I'm truly able to just go to the airport whenever I want and to skip the line, that's gonna be huge on the amount of money I can make when it's slow. I can always go and get high quality rides from the airport, and airport rides usually tip more. Not always, but they tip more than your regular I'm going to work rides. Now, Charleston's not a huge city, so if we see that the airport queue has like 7 to 8 drivers in it, we know that it's really slow. And I also use that as an indicator to determine whether or not I should leave my house or not, based off of how slow or busy it is. Now, if you live in an area similar to Atlanta where you have crazy amount of airport rides and therefore a lot of people sitting in airport queue, this could be even more beneficial to you. So while we're on the way there, I want to explain to you exactly how to skip the airport queue. So in order to do this, you have to be a platinum driver. Now, I'm not sure if this requirement changes from state to state, city to city, but for me, I have to earn 540 points by driving during busy hours in order to qualify for platinum. And I think that's pretty easy. Each point is worth $1. So if I can make $540 during nights and weekends, then you unlock platinum status. All you have to do is drive and have a driving score above 80%. And that's pretty easy to do unless you're out here canceling every ride, which I know a lot of you are doing because you're concerned about upfront pay. And as we scroll down, we can see that there's a pilot program where I get to have access to experience at the airports. So if I click on that, all right, so while I'm at the stoplight, I'll read for you what it says. It says, as a top premium driver, you have special access to new premium airport experience. Every time that you join the queue at the airport, you'll get bumped ahead in the line. You'll also have access to destination filters, and filters used for airport pickups will not count towards your daily limit. I'm not much of a filter person, and I want to use them a little more in 2023. But if I can use more filters for free at the airport, there must be a great reason to use them. So I'm going to be testing that out too. Something I'm curious to see is if there's other platinum drivers at the airport, will I skip them too? Like, how does that work? Is it first come, first serve for platinum drivers? I hope that's how it works. That would be the fair way it works. But maybe they give it to the platinum driver who has the best rating. You know, I would like something like that. I love to see incentives where people who are actually working are able to make more money than people who aren't actually working. So we'll see how it turns out. All right, so we're closing in on the airport, and the airport queue just dropped from 9 to 4. So it seems to be picking up a little bit at the airport. Hopefully we can get there while drivers are still there so we can test this theory. Oh, it just went to 5. Okay. All right, so we're closing in. Right there is Boeing. That's the Boeing headquarters. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but this is where they manufacture the planes before they take flight, right here in Charleston, South Carolina. All right, so we're on the final stretch. We're going down the airport road. Man, all right. All right, 2 drivers in queue. I'm gonna go online and I'm gonna go online and see what happens. I'm online, looking for rides. It doesn't say I'm in the airport queue. Premium airport experience. As a top premium driver, you'll be bumped ahead in queue and can use the destination filters. Got it. Front of queue. Wow, so I skipped everyone. Nice. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do today. While it's slow, we're just gonna do airport rides and test this feature out. So we'll see how worth it really is. So this is definitely going to change how I operate with Lyft and the airport queue. This is going to help me make a lot of money in 2023. And if you guys don't know, I'm actually trying to make $100,000 this year with rideshare. So if you want to follow my journey, make sure you subscribe. I put out daily updates via short video, and then every now and then I'll make a long video updating you guys. So make sure you subscribe. Man, these other Lyft drivers are going to see me pulling out when I get these rides on top of them. This is a great feature. I'm really stoked about it because the more tools that you have in your arsenal as a driver is the more money you can make. So some other drivers might see this as unfair because they don't have an acceptance rate to get to platinum, or they don't want to be platinum. But for those of you who actually put the effort in and make money from it, because I do make money. And a lot of people that complain about upfront pricing, they don't make a lot of money because they're always skipping rides. But I'm doing pretty well. Like, I'm averaging $30, $35 an hour. I'm already up really, really well for this year already. So to have an additional means of making money faster, that's like super ideal. So after I pick up this first passenger, what I'm going to try to do is use a destination filter from wherever I dropped them off to get back to the airport, and we're going to see if that counts against me. We just got a ride 3 minutes away, $12.61 for a 24-minute drive. That's not too bad. It's not that great, but it's slow right now. Alternatively, I could be making no money, right? So some money is always better than no money. Not always, but $24 for a 25-minute ride. Let's call it 20 for the ease of math. If I had 3 rides like that, right, let's round that up to $15, then that would be $45 an hour. But of course, that doesn't count pickup time and things like that, which would eat away at it. So it's not a terrible ride. There's not a lot of traffic out right now, and if there was traffic, that would make this a bad ride. But I think we'll knock this out pretty quickly. And once I drop them off, I will set my destination filter, and I'll see you guys then. Okay, so I just finished dropping off my ride, and I had to go offline because my girlfriend let a lizard into the house, and I had to call her just make sure that the dinosaur didn't eat her. So I think I wasted a destination filter. We have 13 people at the airport right now, so we're gonna try and do, since I have 3 filters remaining, we're gonna do head to destination, and we are going to do the airport again. And we're gonna head that way. So far, we've made like $25 and about 45 minutes. So we're ahead of the game. We like to be at minimum $25 per hour, but the average I do is about $30 per hour. And it seems like if we're able to get another ride, we'll for sure be within those ranges. So we'll see. Okay, so we just got a ride. It's an airport drop-off ride, and it's for $17.95. Now, it is a little far. The pickup is 19 minutes away, which is weird, but it's taken us to where we want to go. So it would have taken us about 15 minutes to get to the airport from where we currently are to pick up a ride. So driving an extra 5 minutes to pick up someone to take us to the airport to pick up another airport ride, I think might be justifiable. But the only way to know for certain is to see what the numbers say, right? Once we drop her off, we'll look at how much we have per hour. And then once you drop the airport pickup off, we'll reevaluate the hour as well. But an 18-minute drive to someone, that signals to me that there might be some traffic on the way. We'll see. Even without the traffic, a 40-minute round trip for $20+ is not bad either. That, again, the goal at minimum is $25 an hour. We want to average $30 an hour, and over that is just gravy on top. Sorry. So we're back at the airport lot. Let's see how many people are waiting in line. We have 10 drivers waiting in line. I feel so bad. I feel dirty using this. So we're going to go online. So we're going to go online. And let's see how long it takes before we can skip everyone. Bumped up to in airport queue, front of queue. Wow, this is wild. So there's 10 drivers here, and it's safe to assume I'm the only one that's here that's actually like a platinum driver, because I just skipped to the front. This feature is wild. Like, I think if you're someone who likes to sit at the airport, getting platinum is worth it, right? You can get platinum in just one weekend if you just work on the busy hours, if it's similar to what it is in Charleston. So go and get platinum, and then you can just sit at the airport for the rest of the month. Like, this is totally a new strategy that's opened up. Now, just because you get platinum doesn't mean you'll get the ability to use this, because they're testing it. Just because you're platinum doesn't mean they'll give you access to the test. It just so happens, maybe because this is my rating, they often give me a lot of the tests when they come out. I've seen where some things make it through to everyone else, and sometimes they don't. So it's really hard to know when it will and when it won't. Bars. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but sometimes it's just how it goes. You have to be platinum to even be considered to get this. So I think even trying to get this, trying to get platinum, trying to get your ratings up is worth it, because as you can see, I'm making $30 an hour at a time where I'm usually making like $15 to $20 an hour. So this is going to have a very, very great impact on my earnings moving forward. But man, really, even without this feature, like, why would you sit in the airport? Like, why would you look at the airport, see that there are 10 cars in front of you, and then choose to sit here? Like, you're literally wasting time being here when you can be other places making money. Even though I'm at the front of the queue, I've still been waiting for like a couple of minutes, not long, less than 5 minutes for sure. But if I were here for like 10 minutes, I'd feel really stupid, really stupid. But I thought that would be the case. A lot of people are traveling. New Year's just ended, so people are coming back home. People are going back home. So I don't think I'll have to wait very long. All right, so even though I'm at the front of the airport queue, I haven't gotten a ride in almost like 20 minutes, and it's eating into my hourly per hour. So I'm approaching 2 hours at $46. So that's going to be like $22, $23 per hour, which isn't terrible, but it's not great. I think I could be using my time a lot better by actually being out there and driving. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to wait. But I also need to make my $100,000 this year. So if it takes too long, I'm just going to have to stop and go and find rides elsewhere. So we'll see. We'll give it about, it's 3:38 right now. We're going to give it until 3:45 before we go and do something else. Better hope we get a ride. It's 4:05. We're going to wait until 4:15. If at 4:15 nothing happens, we're going to either switch apps, figure out something else, because when I look at Uber right now, it's surging in the area. It's at 550. If that goes up to a certain number, I'm not even gonna play around with this to try to show you guys, because remember, the goal is to make money. Here's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna keep looking at this Uber one, or in fact, you know what, let me show you guys a cool trick Android can do. We can split this, put that there, and now we can enjoy both of these things at once. So let's make this one a little smaller. That way we can still see what the surge is looking like. It's at 550. So we'll just see what happens. All right, so I don't want to wait any longer. Don't want to lose money. It's a good feature, but there's still the problem of not getting rides, right? So we're going to go along with Uber. And the first app that shows up with something, that's what we're going to do. And honestly, this is probably what I should have been doing from the beginning. Let's look at what the Charleston waiting lot says. It says short wait. Let's see which one pops first. This will be interesting. Will Lyft pop even though I'm first in line, or will Uber pop even though there's more cars ahead of me? So this is a really good use case of why you should be multi-apping and why you shouldn't just be relying on one app, which is something I should have been doing from the moment I got here earlier. All right, so Uber popped first. $14 ride, looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and go offline on Lyft so that we don't get in trouble. And then we'll close this out. And now we're on Uber. Let's go. All right, so I'll check back in with you once I drop this person off, and we'll see what we do next. So my final thoughts on being able to skip the airport line is that it's a great tool, but so is the screwdriver. But if you use a screwdriver to hammer in a nail, you might find yourself hurting just a little bit. And if you only use this tool to stay at the airport, you might find your bank account hurting too. So it's really important to learn your market and know which tools to use at which time to maximize your income. If you found this video useful, it would help me a lot to grow my channel if you always click on my videos when you see them, and that you always watch until the end and throw a like button down. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and remember, it's up to you to create the life that you want to live. Peace.